Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the patch news of the 23rd of May 2013. Not much has changed. We have no new heroes, we have some gameplay changes, some minor bug fixes. And well, for the gameplay, I pass it to Eagle Eye, and he will do it.
So, not much gameplay changes. A few fixes for Elder Titan. They fixed Natural Order not upgrading on Elder Titan. I'm not 100% on exactly what this does. I thought he was slightly weaker, so I'm guessing that the Natural Order was just not working properly, and they fixed that, so that's a good sign. They fixed the Ancestral Spirit waking up units that were hit by the Spirit Stomp. That was incredibly annoying. So if you used Spirit Stomp and then brought your spirit back, the Ancestral Spirit had a bug where it would actually wake up the units who were supposed to stay asleep, and that was quite annoying when you were trying to set up. So they fixed that. Great change. They also fixed the Ancestral Spirit having the wrong radius returning after it expired. So it would the damage that it did on the way back, it was not actually working. The AoE was messed up. So they fixed that, which is great. They also fixed Shadowblade incorrectly revealing its owner on secondary attack types if they occurred after the fade time. Now, I'm not 100% on this, and feel free to correct me in the comments below, but I think this is referring to when you have a hero like a gyrocopter who's using Rocket Barrage. He uses Rocket Barrage, then goes invisible. The hits after he's gone into Shadowblade, the secondary hits after that will actually reveal the Shadowblade, even though it shouldn't. Also, with things like the Orb of Venom, the damage that a hero would take after the Orb of Venom, or as the Orb of Venom procs over time, will actually reveal Shadowblade after he's already gone invis, and that was a bug, I believe. Like I said, I'm not 100%. Feel free to correct me with that. We also have some user interface changes, and for that, I'm going to go to KINA.
Oh yeah, so for the user interface, the combat log's been localized, so anybody living in different locations such as Russia and quite possibly Southern America, they'd have their own language displayed on the combat log, which makes it easier for people who don't speak English to understand what's going on in the game. The watch tab will now be default to the tournament sub tab if there is a live match, so anytime you want to... it's been a bit of a pain just to look for live matches occasionally whenever you're clicking on the watch tab for live tournament matches, so that's a good fix. There's an automatic idle tag and rich presence for players that are AFK, which makes it easier for people to quickly identify which players are online and available to play with, and those that are not available. Tournaments are now sorted by their last game played. It makes it easier for people to find the games that they want to watch that have been done recently, very recently. And there's a bug notification where item purchases would not work if the courier made the purchase. So if somebody were to purchase a Smoke of Deceit or any team-related item, it wouldn't display, and that would make it a bit stressful for solo queuers. I myself never had that problem since I've always been going in pre-made, but I'm pretty sure other people would find this bug fix to be very helpful. Another related UI bug change was chat ban notifications weren't displaying hours left correctly, so this should help people basically estimate the time more properly so that they can go back into the game and start talking to people. For performance-wise, they reduced memory usage. I had this problem a lot. I'd play a couple games, maybe even just one game of Dota 2, and my entire main menus would just lag. The entire screen would just start having frame rate issues. So it's a good change. I'd always have to restart my Dota 2 client over and over again. And for audio, I'll pass this to Vekas, and he'll go over the audio changes.
Well, we didn't have much. We have updated Nightstalk ultimate sound and made it global for teammates, so now you don't have to watch the little clock on the top of the screen. You can just hear it, and I think it's a nice little change. I mean, it's just a little feature, but of course, if you want to make a perfect game, everything counts. Fixed Mana Lake target sound, so apparently this was off. I never played Coddle too much, so I don't know, but it's, well, I think it's a good thing. And fixed dust sound. It was sounding a little bit weird, I agree. And well, now the things are fixed. And this is not on my only topic. I'm lucky. I have also the maps. If you don't know it, there are also two maps edited in the test client. They are not on the main client yet. And there is only one map is playable, so they are very buggy. And the second map is basically you are against with a sniper, and you should go up against the Dragonite and the solo mid, and basically you should just take down the tower. The bug is there is an axe playing against you in the solo mid, and he does absolutely nothing. So he just stands there, last hit creeps, and doesn't mind you shooting him, killing him like 4 times. And well, you get the tower down, you get a notification, and they say, "Oh, you okay, Dragonite, you've done great. You play a sniper, but this is not relevant. You are Honor Dragonite of Honor." So this is basically for the maps very buggy. I'm waiting for Valve to fix this. I hope they will do it soon and implement further tutorials in the real client. But let's see what they're gonna do. And now we have some special stuff which is for the Chinese test client, and I pass it back to EagleEye.
So the Chinese client, they actually cannot show things like skulls, blood, massive amounts of violence, which is slightly odd. But so for the Perfect World Chinese client, they're actually having to change some items around and change some heroes around to make them work with what the government is requesting of them. So there are actually some new heroes, new hero models, and some of them look really cool and some of them look really terrible. If you would like to see all of them, you can go to cyborgmatt.com. He is the one that's doing all this stuff. He's got all of the change notes there. The stuff that we've gone over, he has all of that, plus some extra stuff. So go ahead and check out his blog. But they do have some new models and new items. The Basher, the Vladimir's Offering, Urn of Shadows, and Ethereal Blade, Mask of Madness, and Morbid Mask are all different items, are different pictures now. I would like to see Valve add an option in the client to make these optional, because I think some of the changes actually look really cool. For example, Shadow, Skeleton King, Doom, and Lifestealer actually look really cool. But I think that is actually it. We don't have much else. This was a pretty small update. I'm thinking Valve is getting ready for the International 2013, and they're busy watching the games for the Eastern qualifiers.
Well,
Oh yeah, I had one more thing. It was the next heroes that are coming up, which are Abaddon and Legion Commander. Abaddon had his voice scripts all finished, and you know, I believe they should be releasing more content on those new heroes when TI3 does end. So, just one thing I wanted to point out.
Well, actually, I think we're gonna see 6, 7, 8 before the international 3. I mean, I think it was also last the international where they released a couple of heroes before and changed the whole thing a little bit. I expect to come it out in at least 2 weeks, and teams have a little bit time to prepare, because the international is still far off. So you have to like feed the community something they can chew on.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they released the last year it was, I believe it was PA.
TA Vampire
Nyx.
Assassin.
Last year, I'm pretty sure last year it was the Phantom Assassin, the
Okay.
Nyx Assassin, and the Keeper of the Light that they released.
Okay, but didn't they just release the Templar Assassin shortly before TI2? Or maybe I'm completely mistaken. This is probably it. But yeah.
Not 100%, but either way, they did release some heroes last year before the International 2012, and I'm not 100% sure if they're going to actually release any new heroes before the International 2013. I don't imagine they will, because the new changes that they're going to add with 6.78 are going to change up the metagame a bit, and so the teams are going to have to get used to the changes to the heroes that they're actually going to be able to play. So if Valve releases a hero into the client now, these heroes will more than likely not be featured in the International 2013, because as we know, when a hero is released, the hero is released to the main client and not actually to the tournament game mode. So he will not be able to be played. If it is Abaddon, if it is Legion Commander, they will not actually be able to be played in tournaments. So I don't foresee them actually releasing a new hero until after the International. Just because they want to focus more on bug fixes and getting everything really knocked down and stable for this next international, and they're going to be getting everything ready for the new patch. So,
Well, and we are all pretty much hyped, and we are waiting. And well, you know you know what hero we get after the international. You know?
I don't believe Legion Commander has all her textures
No,
finished,
no.
and all her.
You are mistaken. we are getting techies because we are gonna get to the 3.2 million mark and the community will see.
Well, hopefully they'll release both the Legion Commander and Techies. The only problem I see with Techies being released before Legion Commander is because they've only had the concept art done. They don't have the voice scripting, which Abaddon does have, along with Legion Commander, and Legion Commander has their textures finished. So if we do reach the 3.2 million mark, which I hope we do, they would probably have Legion Commander on hold and then release Techies before her. But until then, we can only cross our fingers and pray to.
Yeah, and
Pray to
everybody
whoever.
who hasn't buy the companion yet, buy one. It's really worth it. You get a massive battle bonus. You get a courier, you get a hut, and you are getting a taunt in like 40,000 euros or dollars.
37,000.
$37,000 worth of. So thank you guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up because we are talking 11 minutes for a patch that is really not big. So well, with me I had EagleEyeValor, I have KINA, and well, myself. We are wrapping this up. We're doing this for KEITA Gaming. Check them out. They are starting the KEITA League soon. We have no idea when, but this is in October.
Valve time soon.
Valve time, yeah. KEITA time. A little bit longer than Valve time. So thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you watched, and well, we're gonna see you in next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of the current format? How do you like the show? How can we improve? Do you have any further wishes? Just write it in the comments. And make sure you also visit our main website, KEITAgaming.com.